I ordered 2 books off eBay, and normally they're great every time I order a book off eBay. I've never had a problem, but the 2 books have arrived today, and they are from 2 different sellers, and there are 2 different reasons why they are not as described. And I don't know whether to complain or not, or just I'm probably not going to, because I want to keep the books and I want to read them anyway. But what would you do? I'm very curious, because when I got the books, I realised, and I'll show you them, that they're definitely not as they were described at all. But I was like, oh well, I'm not going to complain, because I worry about karma, that if I complain, it will come back on me in some way. And also both these books were sold by book accounts that, like, their business is eBay. You can tell by looking at their other listed items. That's how they make a living. And I don't want to complain. I don't want to affect their business. That's why I don't want to complain, because I would feel bad then if I left a bad review. But the books are just not as described. So I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to leave a bad review, because I know it will play on my mind. And I'll be like, karma's going to get me for doing that. But I am curious, what would you do? Would you try and return the books, try and get your money back from these books? Or do what I'm going to do, just kind of keep the books and be like, oh well, I just won't buy from that seller again. These books weren't random purchases. I normally now, if there's a book that I see on, say, BookTube, and I really want to read it, or I read something about it online, then I will go to eBay and buy it off eBay. And then if I can't get it off eBay, I will buy it off Amazon. I used to go around charity shops and just look for it in charity shops, but I rarely go to charity shops anymore, because we've moved away from the city. There's just not many around me. So to the books. The first book is In the Miso Soup, and it's about an American tourist hires a man to show him around Tokyo, and then the American tourist starts acting really bizarrely and very oddly, and so the tour guide is thinking, oh god, what plans has he got here, what's going to happen? But the problem with this book is that I ordered it off eBay, so it would have a certain cover, and the cover is the original cover, and that's the cover that I wanted. The cover on the book that I got is the new modern cover that you can just get off Amazon. So I'd already looked the book up on Amazon, and I paid the same price on eBay for the second-hand book of the same edition that I could get on Amazon, absolutely brand new. So the exact same price. So that's annoying, because I could have just got it off Amazon if I wanted that cover. It's just annoying because the old cover I liked, the new cover I hate. It's just a photograph of like a man's forehead, and then a silhouette of a body, and then a knife. Just a picture of a knife with blood. It's too obvious. It's too obvious, the new cover. That's why the old cover was just better. It was more subtle. It had more to it, more of an art style. Whereas the new cover is very modern. I'm not modern, but I'm still going to read the book. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't have to love the cover to read the book. So it's fine, but it's just a bit annoying because I would have just bought it with the same cover new off Amazon. So it is false advertising, and I probably could get a refund, but I'd probably have to send the book back to them. So I would have to find an envelope to put it in, send the book back to them, and then get the refund, and then I don't care. I just want to read the book. So I'm going to keep it and do nothing about it. The next book I got was a Mary Higgins Clark, and a lot of her books you can't actually get. You can get them in charity shops, but on Amazon there's a lot of ones that she co-wrote with other people, but not a lot of her older stuff, which is what I tend to like a bit more. And this one I couldn't find on Amazon. I couldn't really find anywhere online apart from eBay, and there was a certain cover that I wanted, because a lot of her covers have been redone and they're just photographic covers, and I don't really like them at all, but I loved the original cover, so that's what I wanted. So I tracked it down on eBay and bought it, and then it returned really damaged. Like, the whole middle has come out of it, and it's obviously an ex-library book, and it's been bashed around, and then the library has gotten rid of it, sold it in like a library sale, and then they're selling it on eBay. The book is All Through the Night, and it's a Mary Higgins Clark Christmas book, and it's actually got 2 characters that are from her previous book series that I haven't read. So I was going to read the book series that Elvira and Willie, they're a couple, and they were in one which is called The Lottery, and that book did really well, and so then she did a series with those 2. So something will happen near them, and then they'll be asked by a friend, like, can you help solve it? And so I was going to read The Lottery, but I thought, I just want to read this one. So I just bought this one because I thought it'd be like a really cozy Christmas mystery kind of one. So what happens in this is a woman leaves a baby at a church, and then inside the church someone is stealing a chalice, I want to say, and then the baby and the chalice both go missing, and then Willie and Alvera are asked to come and help and solve the mystery. I adore the cover. I just saw it and was like, oh, yes, this is a bit of me. I absolutely love the cover. I need it in this edition. And this book is just so battered. Like, the whole book is falling apart because as it was a library book, it's got the stamps on it to prove it. Also, the front cover, someone has, probably the library, has put plastic over the top of it. And so I think if you took that plastic off, the cover would kind of fall apart a little bit, it looks like, as well, which I don't mind library plastic covers at all. But just the inside completely fall into bits. I'm still going to read it. I'm still going to keep the book. I really like the size of it because it's a hardback, but it's kind of smaller size than a hardback normally is. I love the cover. I love the size of it. I just wish all the pages weren't like that because I fear it's going to fall apart. I've got to be really delicate with it. On the description for this book, it did not say it was ex-library, which I do buy library books, like from library book sales, so I don't mind ex-library at all, but it didn't say that. But if you put ex-library, people know it's going to be a bit battered. There's a reason the library's getting rid of it. It's because they bought that book in a newer edition, and so they want to get rid of the older edition a lot of the time. So if you just said ex-library, then I would have known that it was a bit battered and what condition it was coming in. Again, though, am I going to do anything about it? No, because I love that cover and I don't want to have to look on eBay again and find another one and then have to send that back and do all of that. So they've got away with it, basically, is what this video is. They said it was a different book cover, which was the original book cover, which is a much better cover, much more iconic cover. And it wasn't, and then sold me a secondhand book for the same price I could have bought it new. And then the other one, it's just falling to bits. But I will be keeping both books and I would not be leaving bad reviews or anything because I don't want to upset someone's business, or I would just feel bad. It would play on my mind, so there's no point me doing it. So tell me what you would have done. This is just a short video today. I'm doing a video every day in October because I'm doing HANOWEEN, Hannah with Halloween, but I'm going to end this here. Tell me what you would do. Tell me if you have read either of these books, and I will see you tomorrow for another HANOWEEN video. I've no idea. I just film on the day, so I don't know what tomorrow's video is. So I will see you then.